I can't even handle. There's too much shit going on.
So, welcome back to.
First off, I don't even want to say it. Hopefully this Thursday release doesn't blow the fucking lid on this operation. That's the one thing I'm mad at myself about. Not getting anything up for Tuesday. We've been doing so well with Tuesday releases. So I just want to apologize to the failures for this fucking Thursday release. What a bummer.
Yeah,
What a bunch of losers we are.
We are at episode 67.
We're getting very
sure?
close to that beautiful number.
To the end of the podcast.
Yep.
That's it.
This is gonna 3 more, including this one.
I figured everybody loves reaction videos nowadays, so we get your guys' reaction here. So Dylan and I were not participating in the Ontonagon Labor Day festivities. This is, of course, the follow-up, the big episode. We go through all the awards and stuff. So Dylan and I could not make it, but I almost made it. My on-call weekend was flip-flopped because my coworker had a family emergency last week, so I wasn't on call this weekend. And I got a half a day approved PTO to leave Friday. So I was going to show up to the garage Friday night and be like, it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer! And everyone...
God damn it.
I had hoped everyone, and then my boss put up kind of a little bit of a stink about it, and so I was like, and plus the kind of the chips were down at work, so I was like, well, I can work half day and then I should be all right. I ended up, Omni was free this weekend, and we haven't spent much time together, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay in town. I got lots of time, Sunday and Monday to hang out with her.
Welcome, or not welcome, but see you later. Thanks for listening to Failure at Finest Hour. This has been episode 67.
I did have the opportunity.
This podcast is no longer.
We're disbanding it.
No, that's cool.
So
no, that's fine. That's all right.
So Dylan, that's why I didn't meet up. I was running around with her, and I met up with some friends and stuff eventually. But yeah, I was gonna make the drive up, but then I was just like, I'm coming up in 2 weeks for my birthday, and that I'm going to Mexico next week. So I was just like, it's just a.
You're going to Mexico next week?
Yeah, that's my the thing that I want at work. So so I
you getting fucking penis enlargement surgery down there?
No, hopefully the cartel doesn't kidnap me and remove one of my kidneys and whatever.
You could just show them how to install a refrigerator, and they'll be like, "Oh, see."
So I did have the opportunity, and I was so excited. I like Thursday night, I was like, holy shit, I can make this work. Then I got the work cover. I was like, holy shit, I can make this work.
Damn, dude.
And then I was like,
insane. We were in the garage watching the state game. That would have been perfect. Literally everyone was there.
Pretty cool.
And I knew that would just like, I feel like me showing up would maybe just like pour more fuel on the fire the weekend. Be like, oh yeah, we're getting lit up. So
everyone was asking about you.
No one's asking about me.
You almost won an award.
Yeah, and my parents apparently made a showing.
They did, yeah.
Got out there, and
it was very very chill when they showed up, which is nice because we saw them downtown, talked to them for a little bit, talked to your mom for a little bit, and then we offered for them to come over just for a little bit, and they did. So shout out to Lori and Steve, which she did talk about the podcast a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised. Yeah, that she didn't because when you first told me that your mom was listening, I was like, we got to shut her down.
Yeah, we got
to down the whole operation.
Yeah,
Lori's listening. Oh no,
she got
good things to say, and she is a true listener. It's pretty sweet.
Another thing too is that she, I think, I've all the shit that we say on here. I don't talk like that in front of my parents. Really.
No.
I never have, and I think my mom was like, it was just so cool to hear you guys. Like, I never knew that you guys thought like this. I never knew that you guys had these like angles.
I never thought you guys were so fucking stupid.
Yeah. So
it
was kind of cool.
Idiots.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool to hear that. And I'm 30 years old right now, so I would hope that they would expect that I would say fuck word after fuck word. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
but yeah. Shout out to my mom. I don't think my dad's into it.
Yeah, no, I didn't see him downtown.
He's just not. With the Labor Day stuff. Yeah, I think he did. He drove the Copper Country Clown Band.
Yeah, he did.
I saw that. Yeah.
Parade.
Yep.
So he did that last year
On the internet, obviously, because I wasn't there.
Yeah. Which we would love to have you. Don't act like, come on now. Dylan shows
know.
up. A helicopter, he parachutes out of it. All right, so let's get into it. We have the awards. The selections have been made. There are winners for this year's 2023 Labor Day Awards. I first want to let you guys know. I think I showed you on Snapchat, but I want to let the listeners know what we were doing all weekend. It was so funny. Oh my goodness. So Thursday night, I of course brought my computer because I had intentions of recording in the garage every single night, giving updates on the day, what had happened. We didn't get a single second of recordings.
Dude, seriously?
Nothing. Not a single second. And it, like, every night was just like we'd start drinking in the garage very early. We'd go to the beach. It was a beautiful weekend. We'd go to the beach. We'd come back. We'd watch football.
Oh, man, yeah.
And then we'd shut Stubbs down, come back at like 3 a.m, and all of us would just go to bed. And there was like not really a time where the thing is, I didn't want to like ask anybody to record with me because I didn't want to take anybody away from what they were doing.
Yeah.
I didn't want them to feel like it was like a, liability or just,
yeah, like they had to do it.
Right. Like,
oh,
we got to record. So I just didn't really say anything. I should have asked because I'm sure a lot of the guys probably would have. So that's definitely on me. But I just didn't feel like there was a good time to do it. So I apologize to that. But what I did do, that was a very good twist and it was very fun. I made a PowerPoint presentation of live odds. Of course, if you're a gambler, you know what odds are. You know your minus 110s, your plus 100s, plus 200s, your favorites, your underdogs. Well, I had a live roll of all 12 awards rolling through this PowerPoint presentation, and I would update them throughout the weekend. Every single day, if something happened, I would change the odds. So every time we had gotten back to the garage, I would quickly change it without anybody looking. So then when they'd see it, they'd all react and be like, oh shit, I'm in the lead now for that. So that was fucking hilarious. We put it on like the big screen.
Yeah.
And
the projector going.
It was so good. It was funny as shit. But
how many screens did you have going in that garage at one time?
Just 2, maybe 3, like a laptop.
Just 7.
Because you had your big college football.
Yeah, it was like the opening weekend. It wasn't, it was week 1 of the college football season, so it was a big deal. We did watch a lot of football though, and gambled a lot. Holy shit,
dude! Big losses this weekend.
Yeah, yep. There was a lot of upsets.
Fucking
Colorado one was probably the
Colorado
biggest.
one, and fucking Clemson lost to
Clemson. Yeah, that was just
who the fuck did they play? Like Duke.
Yeah.
Saw that.
Did Michigan State manhandle CMU?
Well, they ended up covering the spread, but the spread was only like 14. But they struggled in the first half. They struggled bad. But we did. The whole garage rode on each other. We all took State minus 14, and so they ended up covering. And we all, I mean, we must have won as a collective group like probably $1,000 just on that State game.
Oh, nice.
Because I know that Dow won quite a bit on it just by himself. And I won quite a bit as well, but it was fun because we all won our bet. So getting into the awards, I want to start with the first wild card that we ended up saying that it was going to be an open slot. And this award actually was named from or suggested by Ryan Kaipanen. And it is the Rookie of the Year award. Somebody that may have just, first weekend showing up. There wasn't a lot of nominees, I will say.
Yeah.
But the first award winner of the year, Rookie of the Year, goes to Luke Sumas.
I was just gonna say, I
by
saw him
far
hammering shots and like Snapchats.
By far, Rookie of the Year goes to Luke. That is it.
Put on a clinic.
He did.
Was there any
he also won another award too.
Was there any pivotal moments that led to?
I think we're about to find out.
Well,
decision?
so he came
No.
in Friday night, and we had the state game was just about to start. He goes to Michigan State, so he's probably excited. He was supposed to go to the game with his buddies, but came up instead. And
What a guy.
he got there around like 6:30, and he had to have had 10 beers in like an hour. Like he was playing catch up. He fucking slammed. I'm not kidding. It was probably closer to 6. It was probably
Yeah.
a beer every 10 minutes. It was insane. And right away, I think just from that, we was like, yeah, he's got that taken. He's getting rookie of the year for sure. But
Mhm.
then yeah, the shots at the bar, he had like 5 or 6 shots, like towards the later third of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then last night he stayed up till 6 a.m. with my mom and Liv, and
Oh
they
my
had to
gosh.
leave. They left
Oh.
Ontonagon. They left Ontonagon the next day at noon.
Oh.
Had to drive back downstate. Luke honestly
Oh.
could have probably won MVP. He was definitely in the discussions.
Yeah,
he
he's
did
got
not
that.
win.
He's got that young rubbery liver.
Yep. So
Got
rookie of the
that.
year goes to Luke Sumas this
Got
year.
that dog in him.
Now, one wild card that we did create on the spot at Stubbs was the best fans of the podcast.
Oh, really? You had a lot of
Yes.
interactions this weekend?
Best fans, and they're gonna love this because they listen every week. They get excited every week for when we release an episode. I know they're listening. It is Taylor Boudry and his girlfriend.
Okay.
Best fans. I talked to them for like an hour at Stubbs about the podcast. And
That's
we
awesome.
both were loaded, and like he apologized the next day. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. Because he was just like, I fucking love you guys. He was like picking out like conversations we had, and he was like saying what episode number it was. I was like, holy
Oh,
shit.
damn. See, I can't even remember when we talked about whatever the.
Yeah, I know.
If you go back and look at episode 69, it's like.
We didn't.
So best fans go to Taylor Boudry and his girlfriend. Now we go on to biggest gambler. Now I'm sure we all probably assume who this is going to be, but there is actually
Yeah.
2 winners this year, co-winners.
Oh, really?
We have Dallas Aho
Of
and Chase
course.
Jenny.
A lot of
Easily
money
the
on
biggest
line.
gamblers, the most money won from the weekend.
Mm.
I will say Kyle Cartman did not show. He was
Mm.
sending me his bet slips. He was asking me, what's the garage going for? What's the garage going for? What are we betting on this game? And I was telling him, and he was putting some money on it, sending me bet slips. He was winning, but he wasn't present in the garage, so he could not win the award.
He was disqualified
we
because he wasn't
established
there.
that in the garage. But Chase and Dallas for sure, which they were front runners. They won the most units this weekend. So we got best dancer.
Okay.
I kind of teased 2 winners. Best dancer is going to Luke Sumas.
Oh, man.
Saturday night, we were at the Eagles. My dad's band was playing. He was doing like the fucking moonwalk and like the fucking zero gravity dance and shit. And like
Yeah.
people were going crazy. And like my dad, like mid song, mid lyric, was like, "Oh, check that out." We're just like freaking out. And I'm like, best dancer. He won it. That's it.
Yeah.
So
Ran away with
Luke
it.
definitely had the best weekend as far as awards go. He put on a show. Like I said, he almost got MVP. So now we head over to the greasiest of the weekend, and it was your boy, Tony Sumas.
T. Sumas.
I showered once,
Oh.
and I think it was on Friday. And mind
What
you,
the
it was like real feel 105, like 2 days in a row. I was
Oh.
changing, and I was jumping in the lake every once in a while, but I wasn't
Oh.
using any soap or anything. But I took one soap shower all weekend. And it almost went to Huge, my dad, because he woke up the next morning and we were
Shit
on
his
the
pants.
porch having coffee, and he was wearing the exact same outfit he wore
like, on
playing on
stage.
stage the night
Oh.
before.
Jeez.
So he almost got it, but I took greasiest because I definitely was the greasiest of the weekend. I wore the same. I have the Hawaiian shirt that's just like so comfortable. I wasn't like I didn't stink. I mean, I definitely could have. I was reapplying deodorant, and I was
Yeah.
I was on the line. I was on the line. Yeah. And a funny story from that, actually, Friday night, the only shower I did end up taking, my wife was there, and she was like, "You need to shower," because I actually did stink at the time. And I told her I was being serious. My mom heard our conversation. We were in our room. I was like, "But Molly, I want greasiest of the weekend. And she was like,
Mhm.
no, you don't want that. Don't get greasiest. And I was like, come on, I need to get something. And my mom was laughing her ass off because it was like a serious conversation we were having. It was hilarious.
So that
All
was it. That's a huge moment there for sure for you.
Now we're getting to biggest pimp of the weekend. Just said his name. It is going to Eugene Sumas.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a couple instances during the weekend.
Pimp, like PIMP.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one
Okay.
else. I mean, it was a very what is it, celibate? It was a very dry weekend as far as actual intercourse goes for pretty much everybody in the whole
Well, it's because everyone's fucking married,
in the whole
pregnant,
competition.
has fucking 12 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sleeping in the living room.
But we gave it to
Yeah.
my dad because him and my mom, like, they were like on the hammock together, and like, you know, they went down to the beach for like 20 minutes where we were like all making jokes, like, oh, what were you guys doing? So it's kind of a joke pander pick, but my dad wins biggest pimp.
That's awesome.
Now we got sloppiest. Now I'm not sure if I should say this. I will say it. I'm gonna say who we picked, but of course we're joking. This is not a serious, like, if you're mad, someone hears this and they're like, "Oh my god, I wasn't sloppy." This is literally just a pick that there's two winners, and it's gonna be people that you're not gonna understand. They're friends of my mom. One of them is, but we're gonna go with Michelle Smith. It's Hawks' mom.
Okay.
And we're gonna go with Paula Funky, sloppiest of the weekend.
Nice, dude.
It was just like funny picks. We were just like, oh yeah, she was pretty fucking fucked up. But that's sloppiest because no one really got. And the reason why we picked them is because it was just a funny, like, we were at the bar and we were like, oh, sloppiest. No one actually got like really fucked up. Even Luke when he took like the 6 shots at the end of the night.
Yeah, powered through.
We're going over to most obnoxious. Most obnoxious this year by far. He had the best odds from day one.
Yeah.
Jake Frazier.
Oh, really?
The yells, the screams.
Yeah, dude. Just
Jake Danger for sure wrapped it up day one.
Jeff Tile Turner made an appearance.
Yep, he did.
Was he?
He really did.
Did he end up getting into the gibberish speak with Chris?
No, he didn't actually. No, I didn't.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't think I saw him and Chris together
Mm.
at any point. So biggest comeback is the actual award that it's named after. It is Kyle Pollard. A little puke and rally Saturday night. Never hurt nobody.
Oh, nice.
He did the classic Kyle Pollard move. So he definitely wins biggest comeback. I did vote for bees though. I vote for bees, and not in the sense of puking and rallying, but just like the family man, dad. He can't really,
Yeah.
do what we do during the
Cut
Labor Day
loose.
weekend. But then Sunday night he showed up and he
Came alive.
he showed up. So I voted for Chris, biggest comeback, but the rest of the committee had Kyle Pollard and they overrode me. So here's a funny one. The non-human award winner, biggest bust of the weekend.
Oh
goes
boy,
to
this is a big one.
the Rec Center.
Oh,
Really?
The Rec Center wins biggest bust of the year. Yep.
Dang,
It was
lame
just
this year.
I don't know. It was, yeah. I remember there being food trucks,
Mm-hmm.
all of those games for kids,
Oh,
all of the toys, the tables of
Mhm.
toys that you can
The-
go and buy.
the guy with the American flag suspenders
He
that
might
drives like
have
a fucking
died.
camper.
He might have died.
Oh, COVID didn't
We
maybe.
kind of made that assumption. We were like, where is he?
Mm.
I haven't seen him the last couple years. And we are like, wait a minute.
Maybe he's retired.
Biggest
too.
bust, Rec Center. Funniest thing of the weekend, though, at the Rec Center, you show up, you need to buy the tickets because they have the special liquor license. You need to buy tickets to go then buy beer.
Yep.
And we show up and we're looking at the table and it says $20 for 21 tickets, 3 tickets for a drink. That's 7 drinks for $20. That's not a bad deal, right?
Yep.
So Luke, my brother Luke, goes up to the table and goes, "Can I get $10 worth of tickets? I don't need 7 drinks for the hour that we're going to be here." The guy
Yeah.
goes, "Oh yeah, no problem." He takes Luke's 20 and then proceeds to give Luke 21 tickets and then puts his 20 in the drawer and is like, "Thanks." So we were like, "What the fuck? Do you need to buy $20 worth?"
Yeah.
We're like, "Holy shit, everyone's going to be wasted here." Then Luke comes back, tells us all that, and we're like, "No, there's no way. You can buy 10 tickets." So he goes back to the table and tells him, and I think the guy just misheard him. And so
Yeah.
then he gave him 10 tickets worth, or Luke gave tickets back. But we were laughing our asses off thinking that we need to show up, eat 7 drinks. Here you go.
Yep. That's the minimum. That's dude. I remember back in the early 2000s, we were kids, and this is probably before you were. Maybe you guys were in town. I didn't know you yet, but I remember they used to. Did they do plastic pour cups or did they do cans? They
Nope,
pour it
they
in
have
plastic
cans.
cups, right? They have
Cans, but mixed drinks are plastic cups.
dude, I remember back in the day. I mean, the
BRB.
amount of tables that were there, like you had like the little dance floor,
Mhm.
but it was probably like 50 or more tables.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
I remember
not
at
that.
the end of the night, there wasn't any space left on the tables. There were just pyramids of Busch and
Yeah,
Bud Light
yeah,
cans.
yeah.
And it was just the most insane. It just was like, and the floors were, I mean, it was a true spectacle. I
It was
couldn't, I
like
mean,
Wayside at Central. The
yeah,
floors.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Yeah, it's greasy.
Yeah.
A lot of semen
Um,
on those floors.
But yeah, was it like that? So you said it was
It
a
was
bus.
it was just like, I don't know, like there was quite a bit of people there in the beginning, but like by
Was there
6,
band playing?
7 o'clock, yeah, it was Easy Money. I mean, it was just
Okay.
like, but it was like Easy Money, but it was like Mark, my dad, Dan was drumming. Like the band is fine, but it's just like they had to play like most of Easy Money songs because Mark was with
Yeah.
them. So it was just like the same kind of music, even though the music was great. They did throw in like a couple of the ones that Bosch 9 plays, you know, they Sister Golden Hair and like Roxanne,
Yeah.
like good music.
Yeah.
But it was just like the same stuff, and like no one was dancing. The tables were like empty. I think everyone just showed up to hear like the 50-50 drawing, and then everyone just pieced and went to the squeeze because Spun was
Yeah.
playing.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
it was
having
just it was just a
having
bust.
live band at a juice bar. That's did you hit that up at all?
Yeah, oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
It was
So,
terrible.
but they got beer there though, right?
Yeah, yep. They have a
And now
bunch
the-
of stuff actually. They have a lot of good. They have a good selection there at the
It's
Squeeze.
not a full bar though. It's just beer.
It's like a
No,
half. It's
there's
almost like
liquor.
a full bar.
There's liquor. There's
There
beer.
is.
There's just limited
Yeah.
types of all kinds, but there is
Okay.
liquor and beer.
Now they do like night. They have like KBC on tap.
Yep,
or
they
they're
do.
Just,
They have Widowmaker and
okay.
Pickaxe.
And then they
There's
just
a
do,
great
Busch Light?
selection.
Bottles
There's
of
a great
Busch
selection.
Busch
Yep,
Light for.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious because I haven't been inside there. Every time I went, they were
No, it's nice. It's nice.
closed. But the band area is still the same. It's in
You've
the back.
never
No,
been.
it's on.
in?
They have a patio. They have
You
a
haven't
patio.
been in there yet?
Oh, no, I haven't been in there. We tried to go and it was closed.
Wait a minute. So
or
you're
something
saying
like
you've
that.
never had? No, I'm just kidding. That's fucking
You know that
crazy.
grassy patch that was always next to Stubbs, and they just threw a couple tables in the grass?
Oh, it's like across the street by Ace
No.
Hardware.
You know, like Shamrock, and then
Yep.
up Chuck North.
Oh, in
That
between them.
space in between
On the other side.
they-
Yeah.
They built a a patio. It's nice.
Gotcha. Huh.
So, anyways, yes, biggest bus was the rec center. Definitely the rec center. So now we go to biggest chaw. Very
Mm,
prestigious award every year,
very
and it was
prestigious.
won. It was won on day one, and it was by a winner that maybe you guys probably don't even know, but it goes to Steve Morrow,
Okay.
Ryan's dad.
Ryan's dad.
Biggest chaw, definitely. So
Why?
Friday
Yeah,
morning,
let's hear about this.
him and Ryan, his son, limited out on walleye in the river.
Dang.
And then he actually came over to the garage because we were like, oh, get your dad over here. And we are like, if he shows up, he gets biggest chaw. And sure enough, shows up, army camel pants and like a red shirt. And we're like, yep, he's got it. He limited out on walleye this morning, comes to the garage, watches the state game in army green pants. I don't know how twisted he got because I was very drunk and I don't remember, but
In the morning on Friday.
he
I don't even know. I don't even remember what his dad looks like. But that's badass, man.
and you just hear him one word. He just says one word, and you're just like, "Yep, biggest chaw," because he's definitely he's a chaw. I mean, the
Yeah, I was
biggest-
using leeches all morning. They fucking.
yeah, oh fucking fuck, yeah, fuck. Every other word is fuck. It's like the SpongeBob episode, and the thank you. It's like thank fuck you fuck. So I'm gonna go over to biggest sweetheart. Biggest sweetheart of the weekend was Lauren Serene. Congratulations, Lauren, a listener, Failure at its Finest Hour.
Very nice.
Saturday night, her and Kyle and Dallas and a couple of the guys stayed home while we went to the Eagles to listen to Huge's band. And when we got back at 3 a.m, there was a note on our bar in the garage that said, "Bye guys, I hope you had a great night." Signed by Lauren and Kyle. So we're like, there it is. That's biggest sweetheart. I don't know if she was trying for it, but
Yep.
it worked if she was. So
Got it
Lauren
covered.
Serene, biggest sweetheart of the weekend. Also, their kid is adorable. Duncan, he almost won biggest bust actually. So now we go over to best pal.
For
Best
what,
pal.
why did he almost win biggest buzz?
No, it was just a joke. I put him on the TV screen of the odds.
Oh,
They were like, Duncan, he's fucking not even a year old. So best pal was, drum roll, Nick Sumas.
really?
Nick Sumas won best pal of the
old
weekend.
boy,
Very
huh?
very quiet, chill, very accepting of whoever showed up in our garage.
Okay,
I'm not gonna
that's
get into who showed up because then that's gonna tell, maybe they weren't welcome or.
gotcha.
But he was very nice. He always made sure that everyone had a beer in hand at all times.
He's good about that.
Yep. So it
Wh-
was
whether it's aggressive or not.
Nick wins best pal of the year.
I gotta say that because Nick has really come a long way in the past few years, and he
Yeah.
might be questioning this, but I'll give it to him.
He's gonna no longer listen to the show since he said that,
Nah,
Aaron.
he's gonna listen.
He's gonna be very mad knowing now
Now,
that,
yeah, now he's gonna tell Aaron to go
No,
fuck himself.
that
Nick-
you're
Nick
almost
can't
on your
wait.
way.
Nick gets a little spicy. He used to get a little spicy.
Yeah, and I think
sometimes,
he'd
but
admit that, but
I think he's.
yeah,
I think he's.
this is turnaround, best pal. I mean, what better award can you get from
Exactly.
from a spicy meatball? So MVP, we get to the most prestigious of the weekend.
Mm.
Now, this was a unanimous decision. 4 committee members, 4 votes. Everyone voted for this person. A big, huge winner of this award. I think this might be the start of a dynasty.
Okay.
But the MVP of this year's 2023 Labor Day Awards goes to Teddy Sumas.
Nice. Lots of potato salad.
I'm glad you guys got my mailed-in vote because that's who I voted for.
Unanimous decision. I mean, it could be every single year. Not only does she cook a shit load of food all weekend that we all just enjoy at 3:00 in the morning or at 6:00 at night, the classic I should probably eat today, and it's 7:00 at night.
Yeah, come on,
Couple
get
dogs,
you a plate.
some Italian
you a
salad,
plate.
taco salad,
Yeah,
pulled
Still-
pork.
What was the food bill? Did your mom have like a total?
No,
on the...
no, she didn't. No, she
Jeez,
didn't.
hopefully she went to Houghton, took a couple Houghton trips, and didn't just buy from Pat's.
So not only all of that, but she stays up every single night,
Yeah.
almost later than every single person. She
Yeah.
she stays up till 2, 3 in the morning for a Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night,
Yeah.
and then she stays up until 6 a.m. on Sunday.
just to
Like
finish
just
it out.
blows all of us out of the water. She was saying all weekend how I'm always the last one up. I fucking smoke you guys every year. Waking up in the morning, just bloodshot eyes, just like doesn't know what she's doing. And then like a couple hours later, she cracks her first Michelob Ultra. I mean, she just, like I said,
off the day.
unanimous decision. Teddy Sumas is the winner this year. Once again, I think.
I mean,
that
some
might,
people are just
that might
made to
be a
be
th-
fucking winners, man.
that might be a 3-peat.
some people.
And that wraps up the 2023 Labor Day Awards. Congratulations to all the winners. It was a fun year. Like I said, we're getting older. We have this expectation going in that it's going to be crazy. And although it might not come to the expectations, it was still great seeing everybody. I had a fucking blast. So sad to see everyone go on Sunday and Monday. And again, the kids are starting to roll in. Maybe this was like one of the last bigger years. Who knows?
Yeah.
If we can get some babysitters, maybe we can have a return in a few years.
It'll come around again once the kids are old
Yeah,
enough to.
because then we were making jokes all weekend that like when our kids grow up, they're gonna the 2048 Sumas Awards, the Labor Day Awards.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna be my mom. We're gonna be the ones winning fucking 8 MVPs in a row.
Yeah. Oh man.
But it was a fun weekend, and I gotta say, I fucking failed so hard. I didn't sell a single fucking sticker when I was there either. I was fucking blacked like the entire weekend. I didn't have them on me because I didn't realize like how big the stickers are. And I was
Yeah.
just thinking I was just gonna like toss them in the fucking pocket and just like go down to Stubbs.
Yeah.
Like, no, I didn't. And I'm fucking pissed, obviously. So if you want stickers, head to our Twitter or our X. It's pinned. It'll be the first thing you see. But I'm not too worried because there's a couple more events that I'm going to this year, and I still need to get your guys down there too.
Do you have any like other specific stories that you remember that?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is no fights. There was no fights that I saw throughout the weekend, which is always a great sign because I feel like when we were younger, it was like that always
Yeah.
happened on big weekends like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there was no fights, thankfully. The fireworks,
Yeah.
Oh,
were
dude,
fucking
We're
incredible.
actually
I
really
saw.
good for some reason.
Oh my gosh, Ontonagon has never been known for their fireworks because they
No.
got fireworks for 4th of July. No, Greenland actually has the fireworks for
Yeah.
Ontonagon County 4th of July, but they have Copperfest fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
They have Labor Day fireworks. They have hometown Christmas fireworks. And I think that might be it. Just the 3 events that they have fireworks that they've had fireworks for a long time. And it's always been ass, right? It's always
Yeah.
been like, oh,
Yeah.
gotta go down and watch
Yeah,
fireworks.
it's never been
5-minute
good.
show.
Somebody wrote a check this year though.
I guess so. I
Somebody
don't know if there
must
was
have
like a
just
lot of
fucking
donations or because it was
had
like
to
a
have been.
30-minute consistent, like not like 1 or 2
Mhm.
every
Just
10
an-
seconds.
Just an onslaught.
That was
It
like
was
tens
insane.
of thousands of cars.
Yeah, that's what I said. It had to have been at
Yeah.
least 10,000 because it was crazy long. We were at Eagles when it happened, and we had such a good straight shot to where they were getting fired off from,
Yeah.
and everybody from the bar, not everybody, but like probably 70% of the people that were in the Eagles came out to watch them. And it was so long, and my dad and the band didn't plan out when their break was that they ended up playing
Oh.
music as they were going off. So people were like in and out, in and out. And if I had $1 for every time somebody said, "Holy shit, they're still going on," I could have fucking bought the joint. Because people were going in, listening to a few songs, like 2-3 songs, and then coming back out, and they're still going off. Then they'd go back
Really?
in for another song, come back out, they're still going. It was crazy.
Dang.
It was so long. It was consistent. It was like quality fireworks, some like fireworks that I've never seen before. Like there
Mm.
was one like UFO ones, like they'd go up and not like explode. It would just be like a light would go up and another light would go up and they would like float
Hmm.
and then it would just like drop and disappear. I was like, what the fuck was that? I mean, maybe it
Yeah.
was a UFO and it wasn't even fireworks.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, or I was just seeing shit because I was so fucked
Yeah.
up.
Maybe a little bit of that.
But it was really good. So hats off to whoever put that on. And
Yeah,
I
it was
will
great.
say they did fireballs to start and end the show. And I don't know if you guys ever seen these fireballs before. I think it was my first time. I think I might have seen a couple in Greenland now that I think about it, actually, for the 4th of July. But it's basically just like a fucking bomb. Like, I don't know how it's legal. We're sitting there. I don't think I saw the fireworks start, but I heard somebody say, oh, they did that at the beginning. So the grand finale's going off. Like, so much shit is going on. Like, you're like, holy fuck, look at all these fireworks. I don't know how many boxes they had going at once, but it was
Yeah.
insane. And all of a sudden it ended. And then all of a sudden you just saw like this huge fucking fireball, like mushroom cloud. And everyone was like, holy fuck, what the hell was that? Got like something blew up.
Yeah.
And somebody in the crowd was like, no, that's their start and end. That's how you know. You know, usually they have like those big blasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
M80
Those
goes
big
off and the-
M80s. Yeah, but now it's fireballs, I guess. I don't know
That's
fucking
pretty
if you can
sick.
get a twofer at Morin's in Baraga or what, but Jesus
Head on
Christ.
down to Morin
That's dangerous if you get
Fireworks.
in the hands of somebody that shouldn't be like my dad. Could you imagine my
Yeah.
dad buying one of those?
buys
Oh,
a buys
fucking-
a buys a 12 pack of them things on the
Holy shit. It
beat.
was scary. Everyone was freaking out and some guy was like, "No, that's a fireball." I was like, "Jesus Christ."
Where were they lighting them off at? Like, where was it?
I think it was from the island.
Mm,
I think the island parking lot.
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yep.
Just
it
enough
was- it
just
was
enough
just-
dry brush on the backside
Yeah,
of that.
right.
It's
'Cause
an
from the-
island though.
From Eagles entrance, if you remember, it was like they were above like Peninsula Graphics, but it was deep. You could tell it was like deeper into the woods. So it was like around that area, like by the island.
It looks like Chris sent me a video and I never got a description of it. We had Ontonagon had a famous Labor Day fire of 2008.
Yeah, we talked about it on the
Um,
podcast.
There was Chris showed like a house that was like billowing in smoke.
Oh no, I
in
think that was in
Ontonagon?
Manistee.
Oh, was
I don't
that?
think
that was
that.
in
I think
Manistee.
I think he was home in Manistee for that. Yeah.
Gotcha. I
No,
was
there
like,
was no
oh,
fires.
boy. Round 2.
No, yeah, fuck no. I wonder what ever happened to that house that Chris was showing.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like
didn't
it
see any
was-
flames. A lot of smoke though on that second floor. So
Yeah.
coming out of the
Um,
windows, but then it shouldn't. So
I'm trying to think. There was Friday night. There was a dude that's from Montonagon originally. His name is Chad Ham.
Yep.
He plays in Nashville, like on Broadway, and he brought his boys up for Labor Day, and they were fucking really good. I mean, like
Yeah.
nothing they were doing was spectacular, but
Yep.
it was just so crisp and
Yeah,
like
tight
a well
band.
put on tight, yeah, very tight. And then he was doing like the stuff you see in Broadway when
Yeah.
like
He's like
there's
hamming it up.
there's a guitar breakdown and the guy's like, if you you know, if you're a girl and you like dicks, put your beer in the air and like, yeah.
While this
No.
guy's like shredding.
If you're a dude, right, and like the bass player's just like holding a beat, and the drummer's just kick drum and maybe a hi hat.
Yeah.
And gentlemen, if you like big tits, put your drink in the air, yeah. and then they'd get into the song and they'd sing like a verse, and then the next verse they do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're an old lady and you still like dick in your ass, like put your like stuff. Like and of course, he wasn't saying that, but it was
that's
corny fucking shit like that you see in Broadway to people that are loaded, right?
Yeah.
And you don't see that very often, like in Ontonagon, so it was very nice. And like you said, Aaron, very tight. They were really good. The guitar player, the lead guy, was incredible. You could tell that guy was like, okay, yep, he could be
Nashville session guy, probably.
Yeah, and terrible fucking song selections though.
Oh
I mean, it's the Broadway set list.
Yeah.
Country girl, shake it. Every other song they play that.
Yeah.
Oh,
they just rehash it like every
yeah.
Oh,
Chicken
they had
fried
a lot of,
song. They're
lot
like,
of really
they're like
good-
actually saluting during the salute the ones that die. Like the drummer like took his hat off. I was like, all right.
That's awesome. So
Trying
you had
to-
a lot
trying
of
to warm the hearts of the people at the
what was
Eagles
the name
Club.
of their band? The John Hamm band or whatever his name
Yeah,
was?
I think it's like Chad Ham and
the Hamburglers.
Chad Ham and the fucking
At them, you had Easy Money 50th anniversary.
Yep, that no
Big-
one cared about.
Nobody jumped in. You get a song in. You play a couple, or
No,
Oh.
it was just Dan, Jeremy,
Yeah.
my dad, and Mark. And
Mark.
Dan's brother, Andrew, jumped in for a couple songs actually on the kit.
on the kit. Okay.
Yeah, and I think
Ryan-
Mark said he was like, "That's the 278th member, Easy Money."
Yeah.
When he did jump in.
Did Ryan wasn't there? Ryan Wiesen wasn't there playing guitar?
No.
No, gotcha.
No.
Yeah, that was so you had Easy Money 50th anniversary. You had the John Hamburglar band. You had Hog Collar.
Hog Collar played at the VFW.
H
Yep.
A
Who's Hog
W
Collar?
HAWG KALLER for
Yes.
the listeners.
That is
the
Steve and John
Immonen.
Olala, Chuck Immonen, and Brian Amos, lead singer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Mick
That
Jagger.
was- did you see them? Did you see them? at
Yeah,
all?
we went to VFW on Friday night because Chad Ham's band played 7 to like 11 or midnight at Eagles, and then we walked to VFW for like maybe 3 or 4 songs.
And then you had Brian Nowicki's band
Yep, Spun.
Spun.
I
Yeah.
listened to them for like, I don't know, because that was Sunday night, so that's end of the weekend. That is the toughest environment to be in on your 4th day of your bender
Yeah.
at
you gotta
midnight.
really-
I
you
will
gotta
say
really
it's very
push.
tough. And
Gotta
if it
really
wasn't for
push.
Chris hanging out with me and coming down there with me, I probably wouldn't have stayed down there as long as I did. Because I did apologize to him for leaving early because I did dip with my dad because my dad was like, "I'm driving, you coming?" So my dad and I went home, and they were playing. You know their sound, right?
Yeah,
the
they do a lot of
chunky,
Nirvana. They do a lot of
Yes.
90s grunge,
But
alternative.
the thing
90s.
that I don't like about those types of bands in the area is that, and even same goes for Hog Collar,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter if they play a Weezer song or
Yeah.
a Kiss song.
Yeah.
It sounds the same. Like like they don't have they don't have pedals that change the tones of their guitars.
Oh,
They don't
that's
have this lead singer has no vocal range at all.
just- Mhm.
Because Spun was playing like popular songs, not
Yeah.
like grungy, like shit like
Oh,
that.
okay.
They were throwing in a couple like, oh man, I can't remember, like Bruno Mars shit,
Oh, okay.
which is great.
Yeah.
Everyone loved it, but
it's
it
their
was like
flavor of it. Their
it was
flavor
yeah,
of
it was like Avenged Sevenfold's version of
it.
you know a Bruno Mars song, and I'm
Yeah.
like, come on. Like if they could change their tone and their sound and play Bruno
Yeah.
Mars, not like
Yeah.
exactly how Bruno Mars band does it.
But give it justice.
Yeah, and
give
the
it what
lead
it
singer
needs.
is. I think that's the guy that when we were at Shamrock pouring out, and he had the fucking red bandana looking like Bret Michaels. Is that Spun or is that Nolium?
Oh, I think
That's the only one.
Spun. You guys got an American flag guitar.
That's the thing. There were so many people dancing, and they're up on that.
Well, I
back
think the lead
patio.
singer was kind of a heavier guy. Brian Nowicki is
Yeah, so I think
he
it's
was
Nolium who I'm thinking of.
He used to be, what did they call themselves before? There was something else. There was some other band name they used to call him. But Nolium is Brian Nowicki. Spun is like a band from, like, is it like Eagle River or something?
No, I think
They
Spun's
played
from. Isn't Spun from fucking like Pelkey?
somewhere. They're kind of like
I know they play a lot
kind
of
of like
shows
a
like in
they're kind of like
Wisconsin.
I think
but-
it's like they're like kind of Nickelbacky. They got kind of like a let's see.
Yeah, I don't
Spun
know, but
band. Anyways,
I
yeah.
tried listening and enjoying myself, and the cool thing about that venue though, like playing on that patio, is that you have the patio you can dance on, but then you also have the street. Like you can still
Mhm.
listen and hear them pretty well from the street. So
Mhm.
the street is also just packed with people that are still having conversations with other people, but you can also listen and like enjoy it if you like that kind of music. So it's a good. I think the Squeeze is doing a good thing there. Plus, just getting them in there to play more music, have another band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Spun
I think
is
that was it for bands. Midnight Strike or what? Not Midnight Strike, but what are the old dudes? The dudes that are
Midnight
like
Storm?
80. Yeah, Midnight Storm.
Yeah.
They didn't make an appearance.
Mm,
I think there was a couple Jack Jolliffe-esque street
yeah,
bands playing during
Oh,
like
boy.
Maxwell Street Day.
yeah.
How was that? Was there a lot of vendors? Or
Now-
was it
Here's the thing. I didn't think that there was a lot of people there for the parade or for Maxwell Street Day. I
Oh.
will say that it definitely was a lighter crowd.
Mm.
The parade though, I guess we can get into the parade. It was miserable. It felt like 101, I think,
Oof.
the day of the
I haven't
parade.
had a hot Labor Day like that in a while.
No, it was fucked. I was buzzed going down there, and then I had maybe like one more drink, and I felt wasted after like 20 minutes of being down there because it was so hot and I was sweating my ass off. I had to like start walking around. There was no breeze,
Ugh.
but the floats were all right. There were some good floats. There was one that was funny. It was like a Labor Day not Labor Day bees, but they had it was like a beehive. I think it was the Norwich Club. It was
Good.
Kipes's Gina was like the one that Gina and like all that cruise.
Yep. My
camping
dad,
crew.
my dad used to have a hand in that. Or wait, you said Norwich Country Club?
Yeah, I
What you
think
said?
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
My
But,
dad used to rip that.
They had like a bee, some like beehive, but it wasn't related to Labor Day bees. But we were of course making jokes, and Kipes actually said that
It is.
Insane.
Kipes said that he got asked to be a bee, and he was like, "Could you imagine like walking up and down the
Oh.
street, buzz, buzz?"
He adorns the
like yeah,
adorns the stripes.
Get 'em.
That
But
is
yes.
that is Kipes is he's man, I'm afraid of any stinging insects, but Kipes has a real just a sheer horror that emanates from that man when there's yellow jackets
And
involved.
let me tell you, the bees were in full fucking force this
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
It was
Oh, yeah, that's-
insane. Maybe the best bee weekend. Like those guys were just like thriving all weekend.
Big pollinator weekend.
We
up
were
in
getting
UP.
fucking chased at the beach, dude. It was nuts. It was fucking
Really?
crazy.
Now, did you guys make your way down to the fire hall for the
Yep.
to
We
make
got
the pilgrimage for the
we
burger
got
and the-
burgers, dogs. I will say inflation took a hit at the fire hall. I will
Oh,
say
yeah?
that. You got
$3 dogs.
you got to break 20s when you're there, but the burgers, I will say, do you remember like the flat
Yep.
Yeah.
skinny patties?
Yep.
They're like an inch thick now. Like they're
Big thick
big
boys now?
big thick patties. So
Oh.
like a burger is $6 and we were like, "Holy fuck." But you're getting a better quality burger. So that was
Interesting.
and they had like
No-
pretty good
nothing-
decent brats.
Nothing beats the iconic, just the thin, like the classic.
Yeah, I
fire. It's probably
know.
like GFS or Cisco.
See, like,
Yeah.
I don't see like
brand, but
that's kind of a personal opinion because like I don't like thin. Like I don't like what the fuck is the point of having a thin ass burger like that?
it's just like
It was like the
it's-
nostalgia. I mean, I
Yeah,
get what you're saying,
that's-
Aaron, but the bigger ones were definitely way better. But I
I'm saying, like,
agree.
I understand nostalgia, but at the same time, like I'm spending $6 on a burger. Like if that thing has meat as thick as like a piece of paper, like I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paid
Like I wouldn't
$75.
buy it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I think this year was probably the most I've ever been self-conscious of how often people were seeing me with a drink in my hand as I was downtown. I will say that. Because like
Oh,
every day you're just downtown, you know, Sunday for the parade, Saturday Maxwell Street Day, Friday they had like more street shit. Literally every time someone saw me, every single day, I just like Aaron, your mom. Like I saw your mom every couple times down there, and I was just like,
Yeah.
damn. Like I know it's just like I gotta do this, but people are probably like, holy shit, look at this guy.
I think
Just
we
constantly drinking.
I think we got handed the torch though, and there was like a gap year, or there's a few gap years where, like, that's what I remember Labor Day being. Everybody, maybe not wasted,
Oh,
but
yeah.
everybody just like drinking is it.
And it's like
up to,
and it's not just me in our group, it's like the whole town.
yeah, but I feel like maybe you also felt self-conscious because maybe there wasn't as many people, just bar none, not as many people. So the people that are there, yes, are doing
Yeah.
that. They're walking around
Yeah.
drinking beers. But like before, like back in the day, you were just one in a million. I mean, it was just an
Mhm.
ocean of people.
I actually do have a funny ass story from the fire hall. So we were in line to get our food, and Kipes was in front of me, and he said that the lady in front of him was texting somebody, and her text font was like very large, so he could read
Oh
it.
man.
And he said that the person texted whoever the lady was, the person texted her and said, oh my God, I wish I could remember, but it was like, I don't know if I can do it anymore. I barely have enough energy to lift my beer. And it was like an older lady, you know, she was
Is
like
that
in her
11 a.m.?
it was like I think it was like 1 because the parade was at 2 and we got down there early. But she was
Yeah.
like, you know, she was like in her 50s, and it wasn't like it was like a 20-year-old college student, like, you know, they're getting loaded. But
Gotta
he
do
said
it.
he read that and he turned around and told us all. We were just dying laughing. Like that is so funny. So it's not just us. You know, we talk about Labor Day a lot because it's just like the community comes together and they all just binge all weekend, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is. You're hanging out with everybody you haven't seen in a year. Maybe you didn't come
Yeah.
up for Christmas this year, and you're just
Did a lot of people come home? Like people our age?
Yeah, I mean, I guess not really, because a lot of people that I did see are people that just already live there. I don't remember seeing anybody that I was like, holy fuck, I haven't seen him in a very long time.
yeah.
Mhm.
Other than like, you know, our crew with like Ryan Morrow and
Yeah.
Kyle Pollard and them coming up, and Kipes, you know, haven't seen Kipes in a while. But other than those people, I don't remember seeing anyone like in your guys' grade that I was like, holy shit, I wonder how
Yeah.
he's doing or she's doing.
I saw some pictures of some folks that I hadn't. They don't. It's not like they're not around on Tanagan anymore, but yeah, I just saw some like Facebook photos that like oh, the so and so came up, but they didn't like hang out with everybody. So like random people that we wouldn't hang out with anyways, but I was
Yeah,
like classmates
yeah.
and shit. I was like, oh, they did come up. You know, my brother Brock and his wife ended up. He had apparently they must have met up with my dad or something, and it was just like he was out there. And I'm like, dude,
They
I
showed up
really-
this year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because his I think they stayed at his aunt's place because he's Dana Brookins him and Dana's sisters with his mom or something like that. They're like
Oh, okay.
in the Brookins crew.
Yeah.
Which,
Okay.
pour one out for Dana, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Fuck.
yeah, so he was up there too. I was like, holy shit, man. I really. And Amelie told me go. She's like, oh yeah, go. Like, you know,
She didn't want
like,
to come
not,
with?
not every,
Could she not get work
no,
off?
she had a wedding on Saturday. She
Oh,
was shooting a
okay.
wedding on Saturday,
I
and
see.
then the rest of the weekend she was free. So I was like, no, like you have the time now. Like she's got a busy September and shit, and I'm gonna be gone a bunch. So I was like, you know, I'll stick around. But I knew I probably would have got MVP
Yeah,
if I
or
would've
something.
or something. I could have
Just showing up like that would have been fucking crazy. Everyone would have went wild.
But
Everyone was like, "Where's Bobby Light? Where's Bobby Light?"
yeah, is a bummer. But
Although you might have gotten Darv of the year though. I don't know.
yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
dude, one of the wild cards would have been
gonna
Darv.
say-
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say if he shows up, he's fucking gonna be walking a fine line on what a fucking award he's gonna be getting.
That would have been a good wild card award, the Darv
That-
Award.
Maybe
named
maybe
after
the
Aaron.
maybe the Darv needs to be sloppiest. You turn sloppiest
Yeah,
into
yeah,
Darv.
that'd be a
Or
good
you
one.
have like a Darv category where you're not only sloppy but you're a bit of an asshole.
Yeah,
Because sloppy
Biggest shit
people are
show.
sloppy people are all right if they don't bother anybody.
right.
When you Darv it, you're
Yes.
fucking stirring that pot.
Yes.
That pot's a bubbling and you're stirring it.
That is so
Um,
funny.
So I did mention this to Tony on a phone call this weekend that we were like planning to do some recording, and then I just went off the rails and just went and did my own thing. But I'm interested, and I'm curious if the listeners, if they would respond to maybe have this Labor Day thing be a point system with challenges. So there's a thing that Thrasher magazine does. It's a skateboarding magazine. They send out a bunch of skateboarding teams, like Birdhouse is one of them, Girl Skateboards, all these skateboard brands. Essentially, they send out a team of like rookie skaters across the country in a van, in several vans. There's 3 teams, and they get a book, a very thick book with challenges. And some of them, it's like they're all like single guys, so it's like make out like the most makeouts with a girl or whatever, like gets 100 points or whatever. So I just, in my time that I had, just started writing down all these challenges that we could do. And Tony's heard them all, but Dylan, I'm interested. So we have Lake Life, and this I haven't assigned points to them, but I'm interested if we do
And we
this.
we could
next
also
year.
we could take out like the Labor Day aspects of it. Like I know there's a couple Fire Hall ones and there's like the B one. But
Yeah.
you could take the Labor Day ones out.
Yeah.
We could still have these for like any other future events that we do for the podcast.
Yeah, like 4th of July party or
Yes.
something, or like a whatever.
Yes. Or if we
Or
ever
just
Um,
any time that we're together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so these are Labor Day specific kind
hear 'em.
of.
Let me hear 'em.
And so they all have a title, and then
Yep.
they have what the challenge is. So Lake Life is the title. Shotgun a beer every morning in Lake Superior to start off the day.
Okay.
Breakfast is the most important drink of the day, of course. One man's trash. Smoke a cigarette butt from the ground outside of Stubbs.
Oh,
No, like I said, I haven't assigned points to these, but it's just like following like the Labor Day, like grease.
that's a big one.
Labor Day veteran close down Stubbs every night, which I think Tony, you
Yeah,
guys
we did,
successfully did.
There
Um,
might be a couple of these that we did.
Mountain Man only shower by swimming in Lake Superior.
Tony,
Which,
you
uh,
fucked that
I
up.
kind of almost
You're
did.
close.
I did. Yep.
There's no kind of, man. You
The,
failed.
the Labor Day Bees Challenge: get a photo drinking out of a soda can with a hornet on the top, which is a little bit of danger there. SPF 1000: spend a day from sun up to sundown shirtless, which is that I ripped off from the Thrasher thing, because that was one of the challenges, but it was like spend a whole 24 hours
Oh my
shirtless.
gosh.
But it
I
gets
could
cold
have.
sometimes.
You could have did that easily.
Yeah.
That
It
day.
was hot. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
hot this weekend. So
Yeah, but
uh,
you just stay in the shade.
riding
make
my
too bright.
bike, do a bunny hop on Tony the bike rider's bike with permission from Tony the bike said bike rider.
I didn't see him at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, he usually makes an appearance. The Jeff Tile Turner, or the Jake Danger, whatever you want to call it, chug a black and tan at Stubbs. Jake's big on black and tans. There's a certain point in the night where I've been at Shamrock with him on like the biggest bar night of the year, or maybe it was Labor Day or whatever, and like he just is like gets this like look in his eyes, and he's like, let's get out of here, let's go to Stubbs, let's get a black and tan. I'm like, all right. So I just like go just with Jake over there to get a black and tan. Hair of the Dog, this is kind of like the Lake Life Challenge, but start every day with a beer at 9 a.m. That was a classic Nick move.
Mm-hmm.
Nick MVP move from one year. White Iverson, sink a basketball shot from the back edge of the Sumas sidewalk.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You buried one? That's
Ask-
awesome.
Luke was on Saturday.
Rec Center Rowdy, sing/play a song with the band at the Rec Center or at any bar.
I know, but I didn't do that. I did
Because
Thursday night, but that was open
Most
mic,
of
and
most of us
awards
could.
awards don't happen Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday's the pregame. Traveling man, sleep outside for just one of the nights on Labor Day. No tent, just a
You definitely could have.
blanket and a pillow.
The lows for Saturday and Sunday were like 70 something. So you definitely could have.
That would have been sick. Hometown hero. Buy anything from Old Swing Bridge Roasters.
Nope.
Nobody
Which
did.
they are officially closing after this weekend.
No.
They are officially closed, I think. Because I heard
just
through
not just for the
grapevine-
season. He's like out.
Nope, they're done. I heard through the
Wow.
grapevine that they're done. And Chris did mention that, but I don't think that
I
made
do remember that, but
last
I didn't know if
episode.
he was.
Dude,
No, I didn't know if he was bullshitting or not.
We should buy that place and turn it into a bar. Like,
You got
know how
$1 million
like there's that sign in the Porkies where it's like Porky's 2 miles or whatever,
End of the earth.
end of the earth or whatever. We should do like the end of the earth bar because it's right at the end of Main Street. That'd be pretty cool. And they already did all the work to renovate it. So
Yeah. We could flip all that shit in there if they're gonna leave it. They're not gonna leave anything in there, but
no, I'll liquidate it. Alma mater, drink a beer on the front porch of the old ShamU. I think it was. I'm sure it was like it was Nick and
Which
Chase and
I
Dallas.
did.
that
We
always
did
tell
on we did at the parade. We were on the porch.
Oh, nice.
Every once in a while.
Shout out to my grandfather, Richard Signory, Dirty Dick Saloon. Drink a beer during the parade in front of Roxy's. That is, my family was out at. I'm sure during the parade they were at Roxy's. That's always where they would go. Not only because it was my grandpa's bar, but because one of my moms, they call her Aunt Karen. She's my grandmother's sister, or that's like their cousin or something. They call her Aunt Karen. I don't know that. Anyways, that was another good one. Keyboard Warrior post on the you're from Ontonagon Wen page during the Labor Day weekend. I don't know what we would post, but you'd have to just make some sort of funny post. And then the other one, the last one that I rattled off was the Cooler Hop, which was just like the Cooler Hop challenge is like from like an adolescent perspective that we're not encouraging, but back in the day it was like if you were at the campground and you were like a teenager like trying to drink and your parents weren't cool with it, you would go and steal beers from just people's coolers that were left outside their camper, and they were like inside sleeping. But this Cooler Hop would be like, go around the campground, hit up the people you know and say, hey, do you mind if I grab a beer? So drink 3 different beers from 3 different coolers. But that's just the start of the list. And I like the Labor Day committee thing where, it's like, it's a committee. So they have a vote. They put it to a vote on, who made the biggest splash of the weekend kind of thing. But I do think it would be cool to develop a book of these challenges, whether it's not Labor Day specific or just,
Yeah. So I think it'd be cool to like get probably like solidify like which ones would be like good to do and which one probably would be not a good idea. But I mean, like you could probably still do them, but it'd be kind of cool to get like a patch or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like when you like a Boy Scout, you know what I mean? Like when you do something, like get like a little patch.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well,
we could like patch, like we can like figure out like which ones we want to do and like make patches. So it's like, oh, I got this fucking the Roxy's patch.
Idea. That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Not like a sticker either, because it's like, I mean, I guess you could do a sticker,
but you want something that's gonna last, right?
But like I could get like a Velcro like and the patch, and like I could like stick it on my wall or something. You know what I mean?
Sweet. Like, yeah.
But I think that's actually a really good idea, and I like that. I just don't know how costly it would be.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like we would really have to figure out like which ones. Like you could narrow it down to like 20. I don't know how many you just rattled off. How many did you rattle off?
Oh, I don't know the full number. I just have a list.
Like let's just
10,
say
10, 15. It's like
yeah,
15
we can say we'll narrow it down to 10 maybe. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, and get like a little cooler patch made. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I cooler, and then like the date or like the Labor Day 2023, Cooler Hop, award.
Or every year. So it's like
you do different.
So you don't
ones.
just like order a fuck ton of patches, sit around like.
Mm.
So like you would do the weekend, and then like whatever patches you earned, like then you would order it, and then like you would have like you know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, wonder we'll have to look up companies that do like stitched patches. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
That'd be
Then
fun.
we have like a Labor Day or like a
Yeah,
the
you,
Fairgrounds
you have like a
Finest
little
Hour.
shirt or like a
Yeah, like a
jacket
jacket
or
that you just
Put it
put all your
on.
patches on.
pullover.
That'd be
I like
sick.
it. Oh, do you guys have anything else from? I know, Dylan, you said you didn't do jack shit.
Yeah,
this
dude.
past
I mean,
weekend.
like, we just chilled. Like, the thing is, like, it was really fucking hot down here.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was hot there too. So it's like it's hard to do anything when it's that hot.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of just were relaxing, fucking hung out for the. I had 4 days off work, so
Nice.
Kelly had Monday off, obviously, because that's Labor Day. But we were just hanging out, fucking relaxing. We didn't really do too much.
Kind
Yeah.
of like sounds like Aaron just date weekend.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really do anything. Like we didn't go on a date. Like Aaron got all fancied up. I saw, and they went out and
Yeah.
took some fancy pictures.
We went out. Well, the Labor Day thing down here is great because everyone leaves. So
Yeah,
like,
everyone leaves here. No one's here. Like there was no Labor Day like celebration here, like whatsoever.
yeah, there was some stuff that went on in like the neighboring communities, but I was like, nah, nothing's gonna come close to being home. So, but we went out to this cool bar. It's like a rooftop bar that's kind of not hard to get into, but it's speakeasy. It's like a speakeasy style. So you put in your like email on this list, and the first of every month they send out this code. You go to the Amway Grand downtown. You walk up the stairs and through all these corridors where all like the servers stations and all the whatever, and there's a door with a keypad on it, and you punch in the code and you open it up, and it's a bar
Damn.
that leads out to the rooftop. So normally
fucking
it's
sick.
slammed, but Friday night we went out there, and she's like, "Oh, I've never been there." I was like, "Yeah, let's go out, whatever." And so she got the code. We go in there, and it was like there was like 6 people in there. It was just like we had pretty much like this rooftop kind of thing
Damn.
that looked out over like kind of the main drag of GR, and so that was cool. I went to the beach, or hit the pool at one of so my old roommate Nathan, the property he works at, we went and hit the pool. We're the only ones in the pool because everyone just left, and it was a little overcast too. People like to tan down here. Like they won't even get in the pool; they'll just freaking sit out there on the
Mm-hmm.
in the pool chair.
All day, yeah. And
We were just
they're just like
360
fucking
gainers
orange.
into the pool, and yeah. So yeah, we hung out at the pool, and then Sunday we went out to the beach, went out to Lake Michigan, which was a huge mistake because there were like 6,000 people there. Because like everybody wants to be like out at the lake or inland lake or near jet skiing, boating, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we figured, I was like, oh, everyone's gonna go up north. Everyone's gonna go to their cabin, cottage, whatever. Nope, the people that live on Lake Michigan,
Cocksuckers were there.
that's where they would say that's the destination. It's like, oh, come over to my house on Lake Michigan for the weekend. And so the beach was full and stuff, but waves were big. That was fun. They're like 3 to 6 foot waves, which was
Doing
awesome.
any fucking body surfing down there?
I did a little bit. Nathan's stepson has a boogie board that we left in the garage. We were like, damn it, we should have brought that thing.
Boogie
It's
boards, dude.
sick. But yeah, they're big waves. They're sweet. So did that, and then Monday we just sat on the couch in the AC and just
Yeah,
it was
I
the
fucking
hottest
slept all day.
yesterday. Just
Yeah, man.
kinda
After
coasting.
you're out, you spend the entire day in the heat. It really fucking takes it out of you.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
did end up going to Amelie's folks' house for dinner. We had like burgers and dogs and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like
that's why
that.
you didn't respond to
So,
us yesterday.
Correct.
right?
Yeah, I was
Yep.
walked up there and they handed me a beer and a glass of bourbon, and that was the rest of the story. So
TKO baby.
got
See you
driven-
later.
Got driven home by Emily that night. So but yeah, work was brutal today. 91, real feel of over 100, humid as fuck. Just like we left work with 12 work orders open. We showed up and it had doubled to 24, and we were just like, oh.
Yeah.
Those
Just like,
ACs are just fucking dying.
yep, 2 AC calls right away in the morning.
Well, it's because you
Actually,
got
they
the
were
fucking Fiats. They crank it to like 60, and it's like, bro.
No, we had capacitor issues, flux
Well,
capacitor issues.
maybe
so.
if you fucking got Doc in there to get the one from the DeLorean there, maybe it wouldn't fucking break.
Exactly. So Labor Day was fun. Biggest bust of the weekend was
Was you not going north?
I really, and I had the fucked up things that I had the opportunity to and I didn't. But
Yeah.
there's definitely
Sometimes,
some regret.
sometimes you just gotta like
I'm just such a softie with this drive. I can't, like, in college I was like, oh yeah, 9 hours, see the boys, I'm home. Like, I'll drive until 2 a.m. as long as I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just like, 9 hours, 9 straight. The past couple times it came up, I stayed halfway. I'd stay in freaking like Munising.
Nick did the 14.
Oh, dude.
Both both ways, one shot.
Oh my gosh.
They left at 8 a.m. and got home at fucking 12.
That is just.
He said the
sick.
traffic
So
was really
Ani was
bad.
up. She came up with him too.
Yeah, yep.
Nice.
But she flew in. She did a one-way to Hancock.
Oh, see, that's just it's too. the
Why wouldn't they
flight of-
just both fly?
cost of flights?
I don't know. I think because Nick came up the week before. I think
Okay.
he honestly doesn't mind the drive. It's crazy to say, but
Yeah, from
He doesn't mind
Nashville,
it.
dude.
but
Does
I
he
think
go
that's
go Chicago?
he goes
way?
Chicago way, yeah, when he
Okay.
goes all the way through. But I think that's it, boys.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get back to Tuesdays from here on out. Hopefully we didn't just
Yeah, once you guys finish detoxing the rest of the way.
destroy the viewership with them waking up Tuesday, not seeing us, and be like, well, what the fuck? I guess we're done.
Yeah,
So-
sorry guys.
Continue to listen. We'll be back on our normal schedule next week, next Tuesday. Football
68?
season is
Oh my
going to
fucking
be
God, dude.
under.
I cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait.
So hopefully we can record sort of, like Sunday night, so we can kind of get most of the games.
Oh yeah.
We can have conversations about that. But
Hell,
Twitter,
buy that
X
thing.
at FAIF Hour. Voicemail
Fucking-
description will be in the or the voicemail number will be in the description of the episode. Stickers are for sale. Go to our Twitter. It'll be the first tweet you'll see. It's pinned. Follow the YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube. Not much this
Yeah.
week for the YouTube, but
No.
Yeah.
Probably just an
That's it.
audio recording.
And just me fucking eating my chicken at the beginning.
67. I know I'm about to destroy these egg salad flatbread sandwiches that Molly just made me. Although I
Nice,
need to
dude.
go to fucking sleep. It's probably a
Yeah,
mistake
dude.
eating right before I go to bed, but
Yeah.
You're gonna-
All right.
All right,
We'll
well-
see you folks for more fun.
68. Of course, Magic 69 on the way as well.
Yep.
Aaron.
Aaron?
Keep your stick on the ice.
And
Keep your fucking head up, Aaron.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour. Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
God damn it, Aaron, you're fucking
Go ahead, go ahead.
delayed, dude. It's pissing me
Just
off.
restart the whole thing.
It's pissing
Just
me
restart
off.
the whole thing.
You're not talking, so I go to talk.
Get off
And-
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
You got a tonsil stone, dude?
Dude, don't. He's not talking about this.
I ain't talking about it, dude. We ain't going to the
Fucking
stones.
Chris.
We ain't getting stoned tonight.
Nasty.
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
Oh man, when you're 8 beers in and someone pulls out pickled eggs.
Yeah, forget it, dude. minimum a 6-pack of eggs.
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour.
Cousin subs, which is so good.
Oh.
Which I don't know if they were started.
Out of you and Trout Crick.
Thanks for listening to Failure at its Finest Hour. Thanks for listening, you beautiful son of a